Yes, my people, welcome back to AFTV Live for another in-depth conversation around the news around Arsenal today. I mean, I'm sure many of you have seen it. It's going around in the headlines. Elneny's picked up it seems like a serious injury, maybe out for an undisclosed time right now. And obviously Partey is coming back from a thigh strain, and we still don't know how long he's going to be out. But Mikel Arteta doesn't seem too confident it's going to be too soon. I'm joined with Turkish. I should introduce you a bit earlier, but what, you good?
Yeah.
We're just going to do a little catch-up actually quickly before we go into all the topics of the news. Let's just quickly do a catch-up on the weekend. I know you kind of spoke about it, Forever Arsenal. Guys, check out Forever Arsenal. I did like some of the things mentioned in that. I liked what Lee said about Ramsdale. He should be more protected when it comes towards the end of the game and should be doing so many, saving so many shots in certain sections. I liked what Jordan was saying about the midfielder type profile he wants and the age range and experience. I heavily agree on him on that, but we'll get to that later. And yeah, just the back of the win, top of the league, 100% record. Feeling good, chest getting a bit higher, or are you still this? I keep getting tweeted, move in silence, Cecil, was Turkish not taught you about. So are you still on that, or is the chest kind of
getting? You have to be
on
that. 4 games is nothing. 38 games is everything.
Okay.
But if you're going to start in the right manner, this is the manner to start in. 4 out of 4. In the summer when I said it, people like you were looking at me like I'm mad for wanting 5 wins out of 5 in the first 5.
You're right, I was.
Remember that? So it's because look, 3rd year of the process. We're playing Palace, Leicester, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Fulham. I'm sorry, but you've got to be confident going into those games. We all know what it's been like being an Arsenal fan over the years. But listen, like I said, 3rd year of the process. We had a good window for once, a proactive window for once. Yeah. So this is exactly what we should be doing. Yeah,
I did worry about Palace. You're right. I don't remember that. Yeah, I did worry about Palace. I thought that was going to be, the banana skin for Arsenal because it just seemed like they tried to set up Friday night fixture away at Palace, and we overcome that. And even still, people will still then go and say it's only Palace, which that's really grinding my gears a lot because last year they dealt with us and they dealt with many teams as well. A very good Palace side under Patrick Vieira, and it was, for me, it was a hard game, but we dealt with it very well. And it's 100% record. Some of the teams we played have taken points from other teams. I'm only alluding to this because of the over-celebrating comment. And I know you don't want to spend too long on it, but that really, really frustrated me as well. I know in the Bias Premier League show, if you guys haven't seen it, they touched on it as well. Comments from Richard Keys and whatnot. It just, I feel like people, if you can't celebrate, you have a really sad life. And that's coming from me, like mundane life. I don't normally do this, but to be annoyed or over-criticise someone for celebrating is outrageous, absolutely outrageous. It really did annoy me. I mean, I played charity matches that some people say mean nothing, but I celebrate. When we win, I celebrate because that's what you do. You have winning mentality. Players are allowed to celebrate. Fans should be allowed to celebrate as well, any way they want. Any way they want, regardless of, Arsenal went through at the start of last season 3 losses under Mikel Arteta, calling for his head. And then now, he's winning. We're top of the league. I think many of these players as well haven't even experienced being top of the Premier League in this Arsenal side. So let them celebrate the way they want to. They haven't experienced their young side and they overcome from being down against Fulham. Yeah, man, we're going to touch on it just quickly there, but I just wanted to just get my thoughts across because I keep seeing it going around. It's really annoying me, people talking about how we're over-celebrating. It's always trying to nitpick at Arsenal fans, nitpick at Arsenal. No one ever wants us to be, and you mentioned it, be happy. Like, what? You don't want us to enjoy anything. Like, what's going on? What's wrong with Arsenal? Like, very, very frustrating. But that was kind of the quick recap from the weekend. Another thing that happened yesterday actually as well, we obviously wasn't live, so apologies for that, people. We weren't live yesterday. It was a bank holiday here in the UK, but we did touch Notting Hill Carnival, and I know I'm talking a lot here, but I just want to say, big up everyone. Big up everyone, and this is a Turkish saying, love for the love. He needs to patent it because I'll keep using it and not pay anything. So while it's not being patented, love for the love, people, everyone at Carnival. There were so many Arsenal fans. I think they dominated Carnival, and it was a pleasure to see everyone in Arsenal tops. I mean, the Jamaica top was, I didn't see any other club. I saw a few Liverpool actually, but that was really it. But yeah, man, big up everyone at Nottingham Carnival. Really was good.
Equally on that whole over celebrating stuff, yeah. Equally, if we say, just let us be happy, let them say what they want. Look at beIN Sport, for example, a massive organisation.
Huge.
In terms of their last, let's say, 6 months social media posts, I'd assume that Arsenal one was probably top 5 for them. Because obviously Arsenal fans, we get triggered.
It riled us,
especially online.
Yeah, it did.
Off the back of that one, comment from Richard Keys and whoever else. I've seen multiple tweets, multiple videos, content about it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that's putting them off, or do you think that's giving them exactly what they want? It's giving them exactly what they want. So we just need to, you know, just let them say what they want. Let's just keep on focusing on ourselves, doing what we need to do.
I hear it, but nitpicking celebration is, I know you're right, we're talking about it, so it's kind of, that's what they do want, but it's so annoying to really hone in on people just being happy about their team succeeding. I think it's outrageous for something to...
But I don't need them to be happy for me. Why do we need them to be happy for us? Fuck them. That's my attitude to it. You know, people might say, "Oh, that's rude," or that's just my attitude. You think I give a shit about Richard Keys and what he thinks?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, because none of these men were saying the real when, you know, when the Cronkies were bringing us through the mud all those years and we was declining for all those years. None of these Richard Keys, Andy Gray, Gary Neville's, none of them was saying what they should have been saying. But now they're saying everything that will get them clicks, will get them views, will, you know, get them traction. That's what it's about. That's the game, isn't it? That's the game. That's what you just said there. But it just let me down a little bit. I've been on the Andy Gray and Richard Keys show on beIN Sports as well. So I had a bit of respect for him. We spoke, and I thought Richard Keys was all right. But that was just, I suppose it is, you could say it is for clicks, but I just find it's outrageous that he can comment on. I don't know if it's the fans, if it's the players who's commenting about people over celebrating, but we had the same rhetoric last season, and it's just like, what do you expect people to do when they win? Like when if we win a trophy or anything, what do you want us to do? Just carry on like it's normal and not enjoy it? I don't understand what they expect. Like, what's the solution from them? What do they want to see? Like, they don't support Arsenal, so they don't know how much pain the fan base has been in.
He supports a worse team.
Yeah, but
a worse team.
But Arsenal's different though. Arsenal are something, and the owners treated us like we were nothing, and the fan base was in pain. So, you know, the one moment of glimmer, the one moment of hope, the one moment of belief, because we've been through pain, we've been through the mud, we're going to be a lot more excited, maybe a lot happier than people outside looking in. Outside looking in, they're still, you know, looking at it like Arsenal were once a great club, not so great anymore. Let's get some clicks. Yeah, fair enough. Listen, I like this super chat here. I like it because his name is My Inner Turkish. Yeah.
He says, feels like we're the most hated team in the league. I'll always say that it's Tottenham Hotspur, but it feels like the media, and I think it actually just comes down to what you just said. It's the clicks, and they know. That's all it is. They know Arsenal fans, or I don't know what it is, just the Arsenal's name in a headline, it just drives traffic. So I think that's what it is. I don't think it's even hate. I think it's just people just prey on our downfall, which is frustrating. But, you know, as long as Mikel Arteta is in charge and keeps proving them wrong, and the team keep performing, I'm a happy fan. Tevin Tame says, Turkish is the real uncle that speaks facts to all youngins. Lol. Pretty much. All right. Is he calling me the young? I mean, I'm younger than you, so yeah. But
you're younger.
No.
Let me send my youngest for you people.
Don't do
Call
that.
me negative again. I'll send Cecil to your door.
Don't violate me like that, man. So I'll send Cecil, you dickhead. I ain't going nowhere, blood. Man's an older, respect my thing.
Cecil and James will be rocking up with the ballies on. It's all mad. It's all mad.
Oh yeah, I'm negative. Yeah, hey, James, run that. Here's his address. James with the valley. James is over in Turkey right now. I was thinking, what is going on? Wait, James, Turkey's gonna send me to go where? A balaclava? What is that?
James will be shitting himself.
Oh, I love these shows, bro. But yeah, no, big up. I've got some more super chats. I'm going to go into the news. So let me just quickly read these super chats and get them done. Red Square with a £5 super chat. Thank you so much, Red Square. Says, I hope they are not playing down T5's injury to avoid pressure to buy a replacement. Rumour is he may be out 5 weeks. They did this with Tommy in January. They did. Remember Tomiyasu? It was supposed to be 2 weeks. Then it got extended to another 2 weeks, and then it just ended up being like a month or so. So
Paul said they'd end up buying me dinner.
Now, see what you're doing?
I'll be so vexed if I was in a war and I send the youngest to someone's yard and I hear they went and bought them dinner. I'll be vexed.
Man's on Insta like, this is them.
I'll be so vexed.
There's a truce being made, isn't it? I'm joking. Alan with a super chat says, celebrate, acknowledge a significant, this obviously the definition of celebrate, acknowledge a significant or happy day or event with social gathering or enjoyable activity. Seems no one knows the definition. Very much so. So We're going to go into some of the news there. So some of the news, I'm going to quickly just start with the loan report, because I know we're going to touch on it briefly. I know there's loads of super chats flying in. Big up everyone sending super chats. Really appreciate it. We'll get to those. Just quickly, this is on the Arsenal website. For the second time already this season, 2 of our loanees in League One faced off against each other last weekend as Marseille took on Nice. Now, Nuno Tavares proved to be unstoppable in form once again, bagging another goal for Marseille in their 3-1 win to take his tally up to 3 already this campaign. The game, which featured Nicolas Pepe's debut for Nice, also starred another familiar face for our supporters. Alexis Sanchez scored a brace for Marseille. Now, again, there's a lot going on right now. A lot going on. Obviously, a lot of players are on loan. Tavares seems like he's absolutely on fire, Turkish. Like, it feels like this loan was perfect for him. 3 goals from left back as well. Is it incredible? I mean, some may say they might look down on the league for the level of quality is. But listen, William Saliba was over there. He's come back and seemed like he's been in control of the Premier League so far. Yes, some people argue about opposition that he's been up against, but even still, I would counter that and say he's come up, faced some tough strikers and attackers in the Premier League. So, for Nuno Tavares, really good loan so far, and I do expect him to come back and be part of this Arsenal fold. I don't know if you feel like he's going to come back and up his price to be moved on or not, but he's doing well. Nicolas Pepe obviously had his debut. Balogun's obviously at Stade de Rennes as well. You guys can check out as well the goal from Nuno Tavares. It's another screamer as well. His first one was crazy. This one is from outside the box as well, edge of the box. What a goal as well. So, big up them.
But he's essentially playing left wing for them, so it's a bit different. Plus, we got Zinchenko and Tierney. If he has a good season, just sell him.
Seriously, that's your decision over straight like that. Yeah?
I don't mind Tavares. You know, I think there's a player in there somewhere. If we can just be a bit more efficient, but I just feel like, listen, we've moved on from him already. Tierney, Zinchenko. There's no space on that left side for him.
Yeah, okay. And then quickly, just to highlight, Brooke Norton-Cuffy as well had his debut for Rotherham as well, and he got 3 points as well in his debut. So big up Brooke Norton-Cuffy. Also as well, Austin Trusty on loan at Birmingham City. He featured as well. He played as well this weekend, and big him up obviously as centre back. There's a whole breakdown of his player profile on the channel. Go look for that. James did that as well, so go check out that. But yeah, Austin Trusty. Still a young centre back. I mean, he's got a lot of competition right now in this position. I don't know whether that was a buy for the future of Arsenal, or if it was just a, I don't want to say PR, but you know, over an American signee that maybe good for PR. So just take a look at that as well. I'm going to go back to some super chats here. Sean McGee says White played centre mid at Brighton at times. Start him in the midfield. Start Tomiyasu at right back. Thoughts? Love you guys. Ben White in the midfield. There's other options. We still have Lokonga as well. I think people are forgetting we still have Lokonga in there. We're going to need to sign someone. It's putting pressure. This has to put pressure on the board to make a sign in that midfield. It was priority before, but now it has to be. It's hugely got to be.
Plus,
number
Ben
one.
White. I don't think Ben White's quick enough with his passing to play that 6, in my opinion. There's times on the ball, even in the right back position, he's a bit slow on the ball, gets caught up a little bit, puts himself in difficult positions. Now, more often than not, he gets himself out of it. But in that 6th role, especially alone, I've argued about Xhaka's mobility in that position before. I think Ben White's similar in that sense. You need to be quick, pass, move, a bit of agility to you in that position. I just don't think he has it.
All right, let's get into it then. We're here. This is the news of the day. We're in the midfield. We're talking about it now. Let's get everyone's thoughts, feelings in the comments. So midfield issue, obviously, Partey has got that right thigh strain. Now, I'm just going to bring up some numbers from Thomas Partey of the games he's appeared in. Because for me, this is something I've been speaking about for a while. Thomas Partey, yes, is a good player on his day, but you can see the graphics here. It's 114 games in total. He's only played 51, so he's played less than half. Thomas Partey. In the games he has played in, we've won 30 of them, we've lost 14. Now, I'm not going to try and dampen any of the fans, obviously, expectations on Thomas Partey. I know a lot of people love him, but I have to question this availability. We did all these shows. We spoke about who we should... We did transfer shows at the beginning of the window, and people were saying, well, I was saying availability is the best ability that you can have. And he hasn't been too much available. I do very much worry about Thomas Partey. It's the right thigh as well. It's that same strain that he picked up before. Now, this is an injury that you never know when you're back fully fit because it's so deep in the tissue muscle. I know James spoke with a doctor about it as well. You can check that out on the channel. And it's a hard injury to gauge whether you're back to being fully fit. I think he has really struggled with the tempo of the Premier League. So something I massively worry about, Turkish. I wanted a replacement like you did for Xhaka. Now I'm kind of wanting a replacement to basically challenge Thomas Partey for his position, because we're going to need to upgrade. Whether that means we need 2 midfielders, that can be that, you can go with that idea, or we need 1, but we definitely need someone to fit in that position, especially if he's going to be out. Are you worried and concerned about this? Because we're left with Lokonga and Xhaka now in that midfield, and Maitland-Niles, which we're going to speak about after you've given your thoughts.
I'm never too far from worry and concern with Arsenal, because that's just how it's been over the years. But look, there's a couple positions where depth looked to be a problem heading into the new season. In my opinion, striker behind Jesus and behind Xhaka, or in front of Xhaka. Yeah. Now, Thomas Partey and adding depth there, in my opinion, was third on that list. But now Thomas Partey's got injured, it kind of pushes it up in the pecking order.
Right, was it third because it was second the Xhaka place, and you said a striker was a striker, wasn't it? Okay, cool. Okay, fair. Yeah. Okay, so now now it's gone. It's higher up.
Yeah,
now
because now obviously I think I read somewhere Partey's missing 5-6 games.
Yeah, it's quite well. He got asked in the press conference. Arteta didn't really give a solid answer, but it looks like it's going to be longer than a small injury or small time.
Yeah, I've read it. Obviously not confirmed that it's 5 or 6 games. I can't remember off the top. That's a little chunk of games there. Yeah, I know a couple of them probably will be Europa League, and we don't really need to rely on Partey in the Europa League. I think Sambi should be able to. I hope Sambi should be able to get the job done in that competition. Yeah. But the league games like United, Old Trafford, you want Thomas Partey there. We know he's not going to be there now. Yeah, it's not good enough. Listen, in January on Big Six, I called Thiago a flop. Now the reason I said that is because when you sign a player of that caliber and he plays around 50% of the games, in my opinion, that's a lot closer to flop than it is a success, just off of that fact alone. Similar to Thomas Partey. I had high hopes for Thomas Partey coming in. I'm actually a big fan of Diego Simeone, Atletico Madrid, the way they've kind of disrupted the order in La Liga, making it CL final a couple of times. I've liked what Simeone's done over there. I've liked the way their team's been rigid, hard to beat. And Partey was key to that. So when Partey came in, I thought, I remember. Signed a big player in a big position. And it just, I know people will say he's done good here, he's done good there, but it reminds me of the good that we say for Xhaka and the good. The Thomas Partey I know, he hasn't been close to the level at Arsenal Football Club, and that's quality-wise. Now, if his playing time is 53% of games, you said it's not good enough. So
it's less than 50. He's only played 50. Yeah, he's only
played we have to think about it now, because it's cost us in the last 2 seasons. Games. Imagine we come to April now and then an injury to him costs us again. I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
I think he's just struggling with the intensity of the Premier League, and I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I really put it down to, because to have a recurring injury this many times and the same one it's not looking good for Thomas Partey. And I know a lot of people might be against that, because they say, like you said, when he's gone his day, he's really good. But when is his day? How long do we have to wait for his day to be there? So for me, I'm very much worried about that. Now I want to move on to Maitland-Niles. He's been linked to a few Premier League clubs on loan, and the reason why I want to bring him up, Turkish, is because for me, I slightly think we're missing a trick in keeping him. Obviously, it's not confirmed that he's gone yet, but I know a lot of clubs are linked to him and want to bring him in on loan.
If I had a pound for every time someone says I think we're missing a trick in selling him, I'd probably have £7 by now.
But come on, Turkish, you've got to admit though that having Maitland-Niles now, and I could be an asset.
I don't have to admit anything.
So you're saying if right now to get rid of Maitland-Niles would be smart from Arsenal?
Bro, leave it. Just leave it.
Talk to me.
Keeping him is not smart either if you don't have a place for him in your team. At the end of last summer, he went on his Insta story and he said, like, free me. And a year later, he's still here.
I hear that, but when he came in and played last season, I think he did well against Watford. He got player of the match and whatnot. There's quality in there, Turkish. We don't want to see him play at all, even though we're struggling right now in the midfield, unless we make a signing.
Well, Maitland-Niles is not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. He's never been good enough for Arsenal Football Club. It's just that Bellerin and his injuries and his form made it an option for Maitland-Niles to fill in that right back role. He didn't make it his own. Au revoir. Like, you're not a centre mid. You're not a centre mid for Arsenal, that's for sure. So it is what it is, man. Just keep it moving. No hard feelings, but just keep it moving. He wanted to be freed last summer. Free him this summer.
I hear that. I would always argue the case on Maitland-Niles. I'm being dead serious. This isn't me trying to play both sides. I would like to see him have some involvement if we don't address it in the window. Only because, and again, him being linked to Premier League clubs, is a compliment to him. When you see other players that are looking to go on loan or get sold from Arsenal, a lot of them are lower league clubs and abroad and whatnot. They're actually looking at, you know, bringing him on loan in a Premier League club, and if they're looking to buy him, I was seeing prices rumoured at like 15 million, which for me is a high price for Maitland-Niles. So I think he could be an asset for Arsenal if this midfield doesn't be addressed with quality. And
who's the Premier League clubs in for him?
There was Southampton. I've got a few of them here.
Yeah, if they wanted him, they would have come in for him a lot sooner.
There was quite a few. I've got it here.
Maitland-Niles has been available from day one of the transfer window. It's not like he's just become available now.
So they got Ainsley Maitland-Niles as loan options for Newcastle, Nottingham Forest also interested, and Bournemouth and Southampton all interested in the midfielder.
Nottingham Forest have bought like 20 players.
Yeah,
so is he their 21st option? Newcastle, I doubt Newcastle are interested in Maitland-Niles, if I'm honest.
They took Joe Willock.
Yeah, but you know why they took Willock.
Off the back of when he went there, but that could be, they might be doing the same, going through the same sort of idea of, you know, let's take Maitland-Niles and see him on loan, then we might be able to offer a big bit of money for him. You never know.
I doubt it.
All right.
But Bournemouth and that sounds a bit more realistic, but again, he's been available the whole summer.
I hear that, but you got to admit though, them not being related, like a player being related to a Premier League or getting interest from Premier League clubs is different to what we're seeing with some of the other fringe players, the likes of Nelson, the Hector Bellerins. It's a good, for me, that's a good sign from a young player that, you know, it's Premier League clubs.
Is he still young? How old is this guy? Because I've been hearing he's young for like 5 years.
He's probably like 20. I think he's like 24 now. I'm 23.
Yeah, that's not young.
Listen, there's a midfield player linked as well today. Leandro Paredes, obviously from PSG, a good midfielder, 28 years of age. Now, this is a player that when Jordan was talking about, I want someone, you know, a bit older, a bit of experience in that midfield. He is someone that kind of fits that profile. Now, the reason why I want to talk about it though is because he's made it very clear that he wants to go to Juve. It seems like the Vlahovic sort of scenario where we're interested in, you can argue that we were never interested in Vlahovic, but if we were, he always wants to go to Juve, and I think it's kind of the same with this. He's kind of shot down the links to him, saying that, you know, he definitely wants to be at Juventus. But a good player, he would be phenomenal for Arsenal. I feel. I think he's got abundance of talent, dynamic as well. Whether he'll get it done will be another question. But I'm trying to look at other midfield options. Obviously, Tielemans has been linked throughout pretty much the majority of the window. I believe he was holding out to kind of drive down his price. I believe that was one of the reasons. But it now seems like roles could have reversed. Now Leicester might be saying, yeah, you were waiting, but now you need a midfielder, and that might put the price up. So it's a difficult situation.
Yeah, no, because Arsenal can turn around and say, yeah, but Partey is a different midfielder to Tielemans. So if you're playing that game, we'll just go get a 6.
Cool.
Tielemans is not a 6.
Agreed. No,
agreed. Yes, they can turn around and say you need something now, but at the same time, I feel like with a year left, they'd be cutting their nose to spite their face if they was to hold on just for 5, 6, 7 mil more.
Yeah. Would you move on from the winger links now for Turkish? Would you say priority now is 2 midfielders, or would you still think we only need 1 to strengthen the side? Or do you think forget the winger now, 2 midfielders needs to come into Arsenal side? Because we're in. It's a worry, if I'm completely honest.
Winger was never my priority, though.
Okay.
Even when the Rafinha links happened, I was shocked. I was thinking, all of this money on a position that we are somewhat happy in terms of at least Saka. We know we want him to be our starting right winger.
Yeah.
So winger was never a high priority for me. I get it. I understand another winger would help a lot, especially now Pepe's gone. I think a winger is somewhat necessary. But there's other positions that need addressing before that.
I think I might have you. There was a time we had a conversation on live, and you said about when we're winning, you're not really worried about what's happening transfer-wise. But we are still winning. But
bro, you've seen me emotional, and do I seem? Am I okay to you here? I'm calm. I'm all right. It is what it is. 2 days left to the window.
I thought I had him, guys.
I'm calm.
I thought I had him. He said on the live, he was like, yeah, if we're winning, I don't care about transfers. We're good. Even if we close the window now and we're not getting one, I expect to be fine because we're winning. And most fans will feel like that. But you're right. You're very calm now. But people, I don't think you should be. I can't tell you how to feel. But I'm worried going into... I mean, I'm not going to say I'm worried going to Villa, but I mean, I'll be worried going into United game with a midfield potential of Xhaka and Lokonga. But I thought I had you then, but you're very
I'm calm. I could be I've been a lot worse in the last 2 days of the transfer window. I'll tell you that much. Right now, listen.
I thought I had him.
We need a couple more players, 100%.
Yeah.
But it is what it is at this moment in time. They seem to be aware of what they're doing, how they want to do it. They've done well so far in the last couple of years. It's like transfer windows. So it's over to them. It's not something that us fans should be worried about. We should just be confident in their ability to get it done. So when they start doing things right, and this summer it seems, well, it's a lot more right than it has been before. I'm gonna leave them to it.
All right,
if it does come up, Man United Sunday, Partey's injured and the system's fucked and we lose 4-1 or something, then don't get it twisted. I'm not flipping. I'm coming back to and being like, look, it's the same old shit. It's the same old shit. Okay. Let's get a poll in the chat quickly. Are you worried? Obviously, with these 2 injuries now to Partey and Elneny in that midfield. Are you with Turkish and just calm for now until the problems arise, or are you like me? Because I'm pretty much I'm in a worry. I'm a little bit worried for what's to come. I'm going to take some super chats as well. Apologies, production, why I just threw that on you there, but it's time for a poll. Worried or not is going to be the question. So there's loads of super chats. It's time to take your comments as well. Let's go. So Chai Tanya says, use AZ Maitland-Niles. What is the point of having him then? I'm with you. I'm with you there as well. I'm with that mindset as well. I feel like he can be utilised. Diala says Turkish keeps saying third year of the process. That's a bit disingenuous. Sure, 3rd year of Arteta, but the process was restarted last summer. My process comes from the Kroenkes. So regardless of what got reset last summer, after Arsene Wenger, really we should be saying 4th year of the process, but we'll give the 1 year in between benefit of the doubt and Unai Emery and whatnot, and we'll say it's the 3rd year of the process. I'm not, the process starts from the owner, Kroenke. Arteta and Edu are leading the process.
When did that process start for you? That's when they took full ownership, or way before then?
No, but this full ownership thing, I'm tired of hearing it. Listen, after Wenger, that's when the process to bring us back to where we should have started. Yes, they got it wrong with Unai Emery. That's why I'll take off a year for it. But this is the 3rd year, in my opinion, of the Kroenke's process. It's the Kroenkes that believed in Mikel, believed in Edu, put them in their roles. It's their process. So yeah, I think it is the 3rd year of the process. Okay,
super chat here from Jonathan James. Thank you, £10.
Otherwise, let's say next summer. Let's say we finish 5th. Yeah, let's just say we finish 5th, and then next summer we start buying all over 30-year-olds. Yeah, and it's Project Old. Yeah, Diallo can come and say, it's not fair to say it's the 4th year of the process when we've just reset the process. Nah, the process starts from above. The owners oversee the whole thing. Yeah. So I ain't having it. Every time they reset, we have to go and give them a clean slate. Nah.
That's it. Project Old.
Yeah, whatever. I like Project Old, innit?
Project Pensioners, because it has to be P. It has to be P. Process has to be P. That's killed me. That's need to come back and get over first. Project Old. But I hear that. That could be another way to look at it. Is it a reset? Was a reset started from last season? I mean,
I agree. The approach was definitely reset last season, with Willian going and
the clear out, and the Kroenkes want to get closer, speaking more to the fans, and then the signing of making Arteta have his full players and all his team. Yeah, I guess he's right there, but yeah, you're right. We can't keep giving them blighs. Jonathan James with a £10 super chat. Thank you so much, Jonathan. It says, feels like deja vu. Make a good start. Key player gets injured. Season nosedives. Said player comes back in February. Results immediately improve, and we're all singing 400 verses of "We should have got someone in."
And those 2 positions for me are, when you look at the starting 11, let's look at the starting 11 for the first 3 games of the season. I know the last one, Tierney came in and Elneny came in. But let's look at the starting 11 for the first 3 fixtures and say to ourselves, which players here, if they were injured, do you think would cost us form, points, etc.?
Jesus,
100%.
100%, number 1.
And Partey is 100%. Them 2 are alone in that, in my opinion. Everything else after that is... Okay, now we've sold Pepe. Behind Saka is a bit of a worry. We can only hope Marquinhos is a player. I don't even know what's happened with Reece Nelson, if I'm honest with you, but it is what it is. On the left, you have Martinelli, Smith-Rowe, Odegaard, Vieira, Xhaka, Sambi, Lokonga, that's a position that I'm worried about in itself, not because of depth, but more because of quality. And
Ramsdale, sorry, is one other player.
Yeah,
if he goes
I think
down,
if a goalkeeper goes down in any team, they're fucked.
Okay.
Potentially.
That has to be mentioned.
So I just think them two players in particular, them two positions, they're the key. They're the ones that in December, if Jesus was to get, not December, World Cup, November, whatever, off the back of the World Cup, Jesus is not fit enough or he's injured. I'll be worried.
Yeah.
Partey injured now. I'm slightly worried about it because it says 5-6 games, but with 2 days left of the window and Arteta insinuating last week that there's still business to be done, go and do it.
Yeah, let me give context quickly because I did mention at the top of the show that, you know, I'm kind of disappointed in Partey and his availability and times his performances. I'm saying he's going to be a key asset if he goes down because I haven't seen someone replace him and it work for Arsenal, if I'm honest. I've seen Xhaka go down and we put Elneny and Partey together and it's worked. It's Man United, when they went away to Man United, played really well together. So that's why Partey for me is someone that I don't think there's a massive contingency. I think Arteta tried Lokonga there and that didn't work. So that's the only reason why Partey for me, is up there for if he goes down, I should be worried. And obviously Gabriel Jesus and then lastly for me,
right back, we've got a couple, centre back, we've got one backup that we're happy with.
I haven't seen the rest work. Yeah, I've seen the rest work if they're out. But yeah, a Partey replacement and us still keep the same level of intensity in play. Haven't really seen it. Matthew here with Super Chat says, big up to you guys, just joined, so don't know if you've covered this, but thoughts on reports of Mudryk from Shakhtar and Danilo from Palmeiras. My bad, my pronunciation there. Thoughts though?
Who's that young Mudryk or something?
Yeah, I've seen it going around a lot at the moment.
I don't know much about him. I've heard good things about him when I see videos of him or little clips or little highlights. He does look an interesting player. He's skillful, confident on the ball, but I don't know much about him. I'll take him. Like I said, I think we do need another attacking forward that can create and get some goals, but we also need other positions too. It's a mad one, really. It's actually a mad one because, like I said, now if Saka was to pull up with Satin, it's kind of a worry on that right-hand side. So I guess a winger is as much a priority as a midfielder. But now with Partey being out injured, Elneny potentially being out injured for a long time, I think that just pushes the need for that position up tenfold. Yeah,
I know. I did see some of the rumours going. Well, there was a photo of Zinchenko in Luton Airport yesterday. I don't know if you saw that image. They said he was waiting for Mudryk to arrive. Obviously, that's all speculation. That's not the truth, but that is what I saw go around online last night.
We do too much online, man. Let the guy chill at the wall. If Arsenal signing someone, do you think they're going to send Zinchenko to the airport to grab him? Like, the guy's probably there for family or something, and people are taking pictures. It goes online viral and put people up doing 2 + 2 = 16. It's mad to me. Just let the guy live. Remember last January with Isak's number plate? Bro,
I've done this. Tielemans, the estate agents, they're zooming in on the kid on his kitchen and these kids' names on there, and I'm like, what are people? They're going through the maddest. But listen, it is
and
what it is.
And people wonder why people like Richard Keys love talking about us, because they see how mad we are online and they think, I want some of that.
That's a great point. I'm going to read some comments as well, but Miles Smith with Super Chat says, just shows no matter how good we're playing, we're 2 injuries away from a crisis. We need to pull the trigger on Tielemans now! ! We definitely need to make some signings. But we haven't seen Arsenal be panicked at all throughout this window. And I'm glad to see. I don't feel like they seemed panicked. I feel like there will be still a signing. I believe there was going to be a signing before this injury fiasco came up anyway. So I think they're still going to move very calm. Arteta was very calm in the press conference as well. As much as we may be putting our hairs out saying, listen, we need to get covered there now. There's a comment here that says, we still need a backup CDM and a winger, says MM. And then Kaniki Ken says, bruh, Saliba can play DM, I think he's trying to say. I'm
not moving that man out of his position. That man's locked down that centre-back position now.
Yasavi with a super chat, big up Yasavi, a regular here as well, says, now Sky reporting Gakpo. Dude, so many new links. The media loves an Arsenal transfer crisis. As soon as this happens, yeah, exactly that. Every media outlet is going to be discussing who's going to be the viable option or replacement for these players. So be prepared, people. I mean, like you said, we've seen it already. Arsenal seem to be the most prioritised or talked about club. As my manager used to say, I'll take it as a compliment. As my manager used to say when I was playing, I used to get kicked down when I was playing. He said, take it as a compliment. It just means you're a good player. Like Arsenal, if we're the most talked about, it's probably because we're a good club. So, yeah, we'll stick with that. Owen Campbell says, with a super chat, says, Turkish, I'm telling you now, If Arsenal don't make at least one more sign at minimum, I'm going to be pissed because all this would be for nothing. Okay, he addressed you there.
I get it. I know why he did address, because obviously
he said,
I'm tired of the going into seasons unprepared. I just feel like, listen, top 4 is the target this season, and I feel like we've got the squad capable of that, minus injuries. But we can't predict injuries, and that's where strengthening in certain areas. Listen, someone said we're 2 injuries away from a crisis, but yeah, if Man City have Haaland and De Bruyne injured, it's mad. So if Jesus and Partey are injured, we're fucked.
Yeah, it's a madness.
But if Ben White and Tierney's injured, we're good.
Well, we've had Tomiyasu injured for majority of the time as well.
Yeah, so we've done some things to address depth, but he is right that there's a couple of positions that we haven't yet. But I think you could say the same for a lot of the clubs in the league, most of the clubs in the league, that there's a couple of positions where the depth is not matching the quality of the starters.
Young Gunner here of Sujat says we should have been interested in signing Ndidi, leaving ourselves short like always. Our midfield needs a prem-proven holding midfielder. We keep signing midfielders from elsewhere and it doesn't work. Dave Jordan, your favourite. Cecil being a groupie for players he's worked with. I haven't worked with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, so I don't know where that's coming from. But big him up. No, I'm just backing him because I think he'd be useful.
Dave just talks shit anyway.
I'll big up Dave, man. I hope you're enjoying yourself,
but
mate.
Why would he send that in?
Because he's chatting right. Listen, whatever it is, man.
Doesn't make sense. I don't know what people are like at home, but...
I don't know what people are like at home. Just ask me if everything's all right. Is everything all right, Dave? I hope everything's all right at home, man. Samuel Khan says midfield: Xhaka, Zinni, and Odegaard. Sambi ? Ben ? Also, people are looking to put in, other people. I mean, Ben White.
That's probably what I'd like to see. All right, let's say
Xhaka, Zinchenko.
Let's say tomorrow, Villa, yeah.
Tierney left back.
We're not buying no one by tomorrow. So who would you want to play in the 6? Is it going to be you move Xhaka there and you put Sambi in the 8? Is it you put Zinchenko there and you leave Xhaka in his position? Or do you put Ben White there, who someone suggested earlier? Which one would you go for?
I do want to see Sambi Lokonga. I don't know if I see him in the 8. He's quite relaxed and slow on the ball. In the 8, I'd like to see 2 people play the 6 and then put someone in the 10 like we've done before. Have 2 people sit like Xhaka and Lokonga. In my opinion, I don't trust Xhaka to be able to do the lone 6, and I don't know if I can trust Lokonga to be a lone 6 either. So I'd rather put 2 there and then leave Odegaard in the 10. That's my personal opinion.
Can we put another poll up, production? He said no, just so you guys know. But if he does find the time to do it, I just want to know what you guys think. Zinchenko 6 tomorrow, Ben White the 6, or do you move Xhaka there and then put Sambi in the 8? So Xhaka, Ben White, or Zinchenko for the 6? I'm saying Zinchenko.
Can he do this? Is he aggressive enough? Is he physical enough? His interception rate is quite high, but
who plays the 6 tomorrow?
Yeah, who plays the 6 tomorrow? Zinchenko,
Ben White, or Xhaka?
Yeah, I think you need 2 6s in there.
I'd play Zinchenko there. Home game against Villa. He floated into that position the last time he played for us anyway. So it'd be interesting.
Do you think he has enough discipline to stay and hold that?
No, Zinchenko, Ben White, and Xhaka.
Yeah. Do you think he has the discipline to stay in that position? Because like you said, he goes forward so much that can he be disciplined enough to hold that 6th position? That's my worry, Turkish. That's what. He covers a lot of the ground, which is good, but so does Martin Odegaard, but I wouldn't put Martin Odegaard in the 6. So, for me, I know you're going to go Zinchenko. I'm probably going to go Xhaka, but I would like to see 2 6s in there. I will just keep the players deeper than normal. Let me make my mark.
Oh, yeah, Zinchenko's injured as well. Isn't he back tomorrow? I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, he won't be back tomorrow, because I think Arteta's going to say, he said it is precautionary, but I think he's looking, from what I'm taking from his press conferences, that he's going to use him probably for Man United. But I mean, right now, he might have to use him tomorrow. He might have to.
Well, fucked. Yeah.
And that's it, people. That's the news. It's going to be interesting what the squad is going to be tomorrow. So I was going to try to flick back and get the super chats that I've missed. Thank you everyone as well getting involved in the comments. A lot of people giving their thoughts. Yeah, Shref says Zinchenko injury update. Need to buy Savic for midfield. I think everyone just on this. We need a midfielder replacement here. Jonathan James back with a super chat says, I wonder what Kim Kallstrom is up to these days.
Back is probably still injured, but
Bubakar says, please Arsenal get a midfielder and a wide forward so we can at least challenge for the title and secure top 4, even if we don't win the league. A-Man City2 with a super chat says, no worries lads, Arteta at CDM.
What about Edu?
Ibrahim says, Murdoch has liked a post linking him with Arsenal. I mean, if I was a player, I would as well. If I'm honest, I'd like a post as well. But again, as Arsenal fans, we like to overanalyze and just take any little link or any little rumour and run with it. If I was linked to Arsenal tomorrow, I'd like that as well. It
increases the player's profile as well, having all the Arsenal fan base talking about him for a little bit. Even if it doesn't work, I'm sure they get a few followers and a bit of engagement out of it. So that like of a post, it might not mean anything, it might mean everything.
Jacob Wagner says, put Ben White as CDM. I feel he has the ability. I love how we do this. When there's like a player's not injured, how we just jump to all the other scenarios going on, what we can do, how we can fix this person, put this person here. I've seen this person play once in this position. Maybe he can go there. Let's pull in this, but like we still have midfielders in the club that we might see Maitland-Niles tomorrow.
we might at this rate. We actually might. It'll probably be somewhere there.
It'll probably be somewhere. The True Gunners TV says. Turkish, you kill me. True Gunners TV says, just when we thought Arsenal were being proactive for once, I wondered how long it would be before the real Arsenal showed its face. Panic station settings. I think it's more of the panic. The panic's probably coming from me a little bit, and then people in general. And I feel like the club internally will be dealing with it because as they should do. Quickly here, Partey and Elneny injury. We put a poll up. 2,000 of you got involved. Also, like this video because you can literally do a click by clicking a poll. There's 2,000 of you that clicked it. Like the video if you like the video. So 84% of people are worried. 15% aren't worried. So a lot of people are kind of
a lot of people are worried.
And I personally, I agree. I am a little bit as well. It's going to be interesting what happens on Wednesday. Mr. Lee 1 says, scary thinking of a formation change 4 matches in.
That's why I'm not entertaining a formation change. I know some people said a double pivot instead of the 1-6, but I'm not entertaining that. Again, third year of the process. You stick to how many times have we changed formation in the past 2-3 years? At least 6 times. At least 6 times. Yeah. Let's not do it again.
No, not Arteta though. He I don't think he will. I think he's very assured in sticking to what he's doing and his style of play and whatnot. I don't think he'll panic and make a massive change straight away. I think he learned from that, doing that early on last season. Abdullah with a super chat says, play White and Xhaka. Let's not risk Zinchenko for United. White and Xhaka. That'll be interesting, you know.
It is Villa at home, so we should be able to get the job done, whoever we play there. But at the same time, you know, it is a worry. Now, I'm not saying people shouldn't be worried at all. All I'm saying is I'm enjoying this start to the season. So I'm trying my hardest not to be affected by the lack of transfers in the last couple of weeks. And I'm hoping they pull 1 or 2 out the bag in the next couple of days. But that's it. A couple of days wait, and then we'll really see how I'm feeling.
Again, big up everyone. Big up everyone commenting and getting involved. There's so many of you here. 100 says Saliba's centre defensive mid would be interesting. A lot of people going to Saliba. I like to actually keep him in his position. He's doing well. Yeah. Patrick Carlson says, where is Sky Sports James? Sky Sports James is on holiday and enjoying. Miles Smith says, Turkish, with a super chat, so thank you, Miles. Turkish, I know having key players injured can affect all clubs, but how many other teams had academy players on the bench second half of last season? ? He's trying to say they didn't have many people in that position.
Yeah, I don't really get it, Miles. I'll be honest. I don't really know how to answer that one. I don't really know what you're saying.
I think he's saying that not many teams had academy players on their bench in the second half of the season, but we did. But
I still don't understand what I'm
answering.
Well,
actually, because then we've also got more depth, made more signs this season. Oh no, let us come back, Miles, with a super chat to explain, or with just a comment, and I'll try and find it. Shref says, buy time machine, bring back Vieira and see Roy Keane's face. Okay. Sidar says play Odegaard as a 6 and have Smith Rowe in a 10.
Nah, Odegaard as a 6. You're moving mad. He'd get moved to in that position.
But you think Zinchenko wouldn't? Similar sort of profile of player, in my opinion.
Zinchenko's a bit more agile than Odegaard is. Odegaard's a bit more laid back. I think he'd get crowded out. Odegaard needs a bit more time on the ball than Zinchenko, I guess. Okay,
that's an interesting one. Crispy Reese says, imagine, this is a super chat as well, thank you. Imagine if Tommy could play the 6, huge diversity. Look at us. People are going to be going through the player's CV on Football Marketplace. Have
Turner
they ever
can play
played
CM. Turner, he plays CM. Why not give him a go there?
Put Matt in there, yeah? Go on, Matt. It's your time, your call-up time. Jump in the middle. Joel says, play 3-4-1-2 with Sambi and Xhaka as a double pivot. I mean, we just spoke about the complete formation changes. Is it necessary? AKA Aspire says, predictions for United game Sunday. I mean, you would get all our predictions on the previews and build up to that game. Right now, our eyes and ears are focused on the Aston Villa game. That is going to be happening tomorrow. We are coming towards the end of the show, so make sure you guys check out all the content coming your way. I do want to mention Air Ramsdale. You see me wearing it right now. This jumper here, we've had an update on the jumper. It used to be hashtag AR32. We've got AR1. Obviously, he's got his new number. Make sure you guys get that. It comes in many different colours, not just white. I know you've seen a lot of us in the white hoodie. But it's a very nice hoodie. Go and get your stuff on shop.aftv.co.uk. Come and join us and get the merch. Abdullah with a super chat before we end says only positives is that injuries happened while windows still open. That's a free wake up call right there. Let's act or it's last season's all over again. Now I think that's a good super chat to end on because he's very right there. Check out all the content coming your way. Like I mentioned before, Forever Arsenal podcast is out. Check it out. Talk is Cheap is coming your way. The preview for tomorrow's game is also out with me and Robbie. Go check it out and leave a comment and let us know your thoughts behind that. And
a couple more have come in as well, by the way. Miles is clarifying his when he said Patino, Hutchinson and others on the bench last season as we didn't have the depth. I know, but I'm talking about this season, Miles. Again, I don't know what's going on, but Rizwan here says out of human decency, Edu should call Robbie and let him down easy that we won't sign Tillemans. My man has reported this link every day for 3 months.
He should call Robbie and let him down easy every day. Hi, welcome back to Daily. Oh no, Robbie loves it. Shref for the super chat just to end up says buy time machine. Oh, we already said that as well. Big up Shref. He's come back with that super chat. Thank you again. That is funny. But big up Edu as well because listen, things have been looking positive what he's been doing in the window so far, moving in stealth. But let's hope he can get the deal done before Thursday when the window closes. And again, stay tuned to all the content on that day because we'll be wrapping up the whole window throughout the day doing lives. Manpreet, what are your thoughts on Vieira so far? Underwhelming. That's his decision on Vieira. We're going to end the show there.
Fabio Vieira?
We haven't seen him play.
I know.
I don't know if he means Vieira or if he means Vieira for Palace or he means Fabio Vieira.
For sure, and he can't really mean Fabio either. We haven't seen him.
It is what it is. Listen, take care, everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow. We won't see you tomorrow. We'll see you on Thursday at 5 p.m. Take care.